in particular. So just in case you guys, anyone's not in the server that you want to be, because yeah, I didn't see those pictures. So if you're not in there, go ahead and hop in there, as I would like to see those. I've seen lots of ideas for skins, but not many on a historical level like that, and especially not personal, so that's really cool. That should hit. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. No? How did that miss? And we got hit by a PL-12? See, there's another one. I swore I was defending against that F-18 and a 7P at best. And we were up against, oh dang it, my bad. We were up against PL-12 from up high. I did. Even Hollywood trying to get a piece. Oh, I know why it's not popping up. That's why. I can't see ya. No, I don't have one from you, bud. It is just Reven 226. It's the same. Oh, there's Blue Thunder. There you are. Well, what the heck? Why did it do that? Yeah, there it is. There it is. There they are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There. Oh, that's so cool. Those hundreds are so badass. They're just such a cool looking plane back in the day. And the F-100, that is where the whole, me hit the brakes and it'll fly right by from Top Gun. That maneuver was developed by Colonel Boyd. It is a real thing. Colonel Boyd in the Air Force developed that maneuver in the F-100, and that's what he used to do to people, right? He'd take people up, teach them how to dogfight. He literally invented the art of air war. If you want to learn about dogfighting, you go pick up that book, Colonel Boyd. Read it cover to cover more than once, OODA loop. But he would get up there and he would tell a guy before they even got up in the air, on the ground, in the brief. He said, we're going to go up, we're going to do the merge, and I'm going to beat you in less than 60 seconds. Every time. And they'd get up, and that's what he would do. They'd come in, they'd go through the merge, they'd come around on his tail, he'd put it into a brake, they'd go right by, and he'd get right behind them and take them out. That's where all those tactics came from. A lot of that stuff developed in the F-100 and what Colonel Boyd did, and Vietnam and some of the planes before that too. But F-100 is pretty integral to a lot of the air tactics that we use today. Let's get it over and just get naked. He's still in there. I hopped out of that battle way too early. My bad, man. I usually like to give you camera time. I was trying to switch it and I hit the button too quick. Oh, you're crew locked? Yeah, we can switch up. Let's go ahead. Right. Yeah. I'm running away. I wanna take you for a little ride. And I have to ask, oh my gosh, is that F-16? Is that a picture of it deployed, or... Because he was probably right here at Luke. That almost looks like Luke. A long time ago, or maybe even down in Tucson. I want to give you everything I got. And I own a spaceship, so let me take you for a little ride. Now, those A-7s, on the other hand, them ugly-ass planes. And he was probably lucky to make it back. Oh, man, what was it? Just yesterday, I think. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, it was Monday. It was Monday that... oh, Toledo. Oh, nice. I love that show, Dogfights. It's like a history show. I don't know what channel it's on here, but... It was like all day it goes through. One of them was a Vietnam mission that they were all mixed up, F4s and A7s, and the F4s were covering the A7s and the MiGs jumped them, and it was just really cool story. But that immediately reminded me of that. Oh man, those guys just, it's weird out there when you're in a certain airframe and you're flying a certain mission, or a ground mission, for instance, and you've got, you know, nothing but ground ordnance on your plane and you're completely reliant on these other guys, you know, to protect you. Whew. That would be, that's some hairy stuff there. And that's even like the Vietnam, like a lot of people forget about the guys flying around in Cessnas, dropping grenades on people, you know, like that. And some of those guys weren't even armed. CIA and Special Forces Air Force flying around in little cloth, you know, winged Cessnas taking pictures, you know, like, oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine. Because if I do, I'll be maimed. They'll chop off my head, and then I'll be dead. Time to throw down, so throw down. You throw down, throw down. We got to leave them alone. Oh man, my rear keeps going numb. Before we're gone, before we're gone. Oh, right now. Yeah, I would hang on to those pictures too. There's some Polaroids like that. Those are cool, man. That's really cool. Come on. Sound the alarm, nuclear bombs. That's got to be a 120D. Holy cow. Throw down, throw down. The hell was that? Where is this F-16 at? There he is. Oh no. Dang it. Too greedy, and I knocked him out. If I didn't knock him out right there, we'd have been golden. We'd have got every one of those guys if I didn't get knocked out right there. Dang it. It was so close, too. I have it, and then when I reversed, that was just too much. See you below. And we got worked on this one. Holy cow. Nice. Yeah, the 70s. I've had a couple kills with those today that I'm like, I had no business getting a kill. Taking crazy shot. If I could make the flight stick usable, I would. Yeah, that would be really cool. I didn't hear you say you had one of those. That's really cool. One of the reasons I stopped playing RB was because I was sick and tired of getting up tiered almost every match. Yeah. It kind of depends on some of the plane that you fly, but there was a moment there. Because, of course, like I've said, the F-18, that's my favorite. That's my sweet spot right there at that 12.3. And it was a solid month or so when the SU-30 was just it was every match. It was every match in an F-18A going up against 9 SU-30s, and you're just not equipped to fight that battle. 1 or 2, yeah, you can hang in there. But going against more than that, there's no way. You just don't even have the countermeasures to defend against that. It's gotten a lot better since then. Either people have gotten sick of flying their premium Su-30 and they're flying other stuff, or they've tweaked the matchmaking a little bit more, and it definitely doesn't feel like it's happening quite as much as it used to. I'm not sure why that is, or if that's just personal perception, or if they did make any tweaks, but it was really bad there for a while, where I was to the point where I was like, I don't even enjoy flying this plane anymore. It's just not as fun. And that's what bugged me about the Su-30 thing, is that I get that they want to sell their premiums, but there's so many planes in this game. And when they do stuff like that, they like negate 90% of them. Which is why Nuclear Thunder was so cool, because now you suddenly, all these other planes have a function again. There's a reason to fly them. Now they've got this strength or that strength or this, advantage, or it carries that ground weapon. You know what I mean? Like once they start spreading the BRs out with that, and that's what's really going to be cool about Nuclear Thunder, is that you're going to get to fly all these other planes that have just been forgotten. In particular, like bombers and planes like the F-111. Maybe we'll get to see the B-1 at one point. Oh, I would love to see the bone in this game. Well, that missile might actually still hit him. And let it blow in the mate. Yep, he's going to make it down into that canyon. No, he isn't. Almost made it. Almost. Almost. Not quite. There is one. Oh, there's 2. Meh, 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 meh. I'll let it go to the 3. Ooh, that modern music. They like it with a lot of flash. Wussies. You drop them wild. They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Oh, come on. That's stupid. Oh, boy, maybe barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Yeah. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, no way. No way. I'll dress so scantily. Just saved both those guys. I don't know how that 77 didn't hit that guy while he was landing. Backbeat rhythm that really, really kicks him in the. They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. And from what I've seen, I believe them. But the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Yeah. So I'm at my grandpa's.